Yo, what is up guys? Arkman here, back with another video. So today, I'm going to give you guys a little short video to give myself a bit more time to prepare for a longer, more analytical one. So unlike last time where I compared anime characters to an existent philosopher, Thomas Hobbes, today, I'll be giving my own analysis on one of my favorite comedy anime, Sakamoto desu ka? But before we get into the video, I want to ask you to please subscribe to my second channel, The Cosmo Project, where I'll be doing more lifestyle stuff and IRL videos rather than just anime. Of course, I'll still be posting on both channels, so no need to worry if you're only here for the more weeby stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first of all, as we see even within the first episode of the series, people generally take two approaches in forming their perceptions of the enigmatic main character Sakamoto. The first type is the more positive of the two. Those who view Sakamoto this way love him to the point of worship. They follow him around, expect him to solve every problem, and cease to view him as a person. This leads to one pretty major consequence. Nobody gets to know Sakamoto as a person, and they view him as a transcendent concept. They form this idea of his perfection and do everything they can to gain favor with him, like by drawing him pictures in art class or other. Sakamoto is left by his lonesome as nobody ever talks to him about his true feelings. This includes the viewer's relationship with him. One major example of this is that we don't even know his given name nor his family background. The audience comedically views him the same way that the people in his school do, as a mere superficial and vague notion of ultimate goodness without any human specificity. This parallels real-life behavior, at least in my experience. There are those who exist that seem to be stripped of any human value and are put up on a pedestal and treated as solely the sum of their status, achievements, and competencies. This phenomenon can be seen in celebrities that, despite their success and despite the thousands of fans that love them, they aren't treated like people. Celebrities are, like everyone else, fallible and imperfect. Perhaps this is a consequence of the notion of holding a false idol. His status as merely an ideal gives birth to another type of view towards him: resentment. There are a group of people, mainly depicted as insecure bullies, that go out of their way to try to humiliate or harm Sakamoto. When one has an ideal that is too perfect and different from oneself, it's easy to be crushed by it, becoming bitter and spiteful. In many of these cases, like after Sakamoto has a snowball fight with some of these bullies, they end up having a positive opinion of him. This is because they wrongly interpret his perfection as injury to their own egos, and when shown kindness directly, they switch to worship instead. This seems like natural and common behavior, just portrayed in an overly dramatic style. The initial part, the resentment, can best be described through Friedrich Nietzsche's genealogy of morals. Nietzsche writes that an inversion of the value structure causes much of the self-righteous hatred that occurs in life. These bullies who resent Sakamoto took the attributes ascribed to him that are generally considered paradigm good and flipped it as though what he's doing is out of arrogance and disrespect to morally inflate their position above him. I would love to talk about this particular text more, as it was one of my favorite reads in the history of philosophy and ethics, so look out for a video involving this heavily in the future. Now, since we the viewers have an extremely narrow perspective into Sakamoto's life, we can imagine a couple of scenarios. One is that he's entirely content with this type of isolation and lives to embody his role. The other, darker perspective is that he's actually depressed, and despite his efforts to reach out to other people and show them kindness, he can never truly reach anyone. His biggest gift, his immense talent in seemingly everything, is his biggest curse. Sakamoto may be one of the most tragic characters in comedy anime. He might be something like a Jesus analog, or maybe he's someone that just wants an authentic relationship. With this in mind, we can now watch the show more critically and can look for evidence for both theories ourselves. If you liked that video and wanted me to go more into detail with this topic and re-examine Sakamoto desu ka, like which of the theories I presented are more likely to be true based off of the occurrences in the show, or why the series never fails to make me laugh, please comment below. I might do a video relating this anime to One Punch Man, as I think there are a few similar themes just executed a bit differently. I'm also working on a few longer projects where I delve really deep into some really interesting philosophical concepts within anime, so stay tuned for that as well. If this sounds like your kind of thing, please share, comment, like, and subscribe. And make sure to hit that bell icon for notifications for every one of my videos. This has been ArcMoon. See you later.